evening. Welcome back to OCTOBERFEST 2025. Today we are talking about Good Boy, starring Indy the dog and his owners. And let me just say right up front, this is one of the most unique horror films I've seen in a while. It's not perfect, but man, it really works. And it's the kind of film that sticks with you right after watching it. So background-wise, Good Boy is actually an Indy project, which is funny because the dog's name is Indy. And I don't just mean that in the sense of independent filmmaking, I mean literally, because it's a movie built around a dog named Indy. At the end of the day, they actually show you the behind-the-scenes footage about how it was made, and honestly, I recommend staying after the credits because that stuff is really cool. A lot of people in my theater left early and they unfortunately missed out. Now, this movie was filmed by a guy and his wife over the course of 3 years with their dog, who had no idea that he was even in a movie. They would film little bits here and there, capturing his natural reactions, and then over time they stitched those moments into a full-on horror story. And the fact that it actually works is very insane because it feels like an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog brought to life, except Indy is a real dog with real expressions. So here's the basic story. You've got Indy the dog growing up with his owner. His owner gets sick with cancer and he goes into remission, but then it comes back. Eventually he decides to sell his apartment in New York City and move into his grandfather's old house, and this is where the real horror starts kicking in because the house is very clearly haunted. The grandfather died there, he had a dog of his own, and some pretty dark, unexplained stuff went down. So Good Boy essentially becomes a haunted house story, but told through the perspective of the dog. And that's what makes it so damn interesting. Instead of seeing the usual tropes from the point of view of people doing dumb things, you're experiencing them through Indy, and that twist makes, even the most basic haunted house scares feel very fresh. Like, for example, him hiding under the bed, or doing something that a human would do, or doing something that a human couldn't do. Now, the haunted house elements themselves are nothing groundbreaking. You've got your standard jump scares, creepy sounds, shadows in the hall, the usual, but the difference is Indy. Watching how a dog reacts to this stuff is both hilarious and also terrifying. He barks at shadows, he investigates in ways that humans wouldn't, but at the same time, sometimes his reactions feel early human. And that blend just keeps you locked in. Honestly, the performances from Indy, and yes, I'm calling it a performance, is incredible because dogs can't act in a traditional sense, but the way his owners captured his expressions, his body language, even the way he responds to the environment, all adds up, and it gives Indy carrying the movie in a sense. It actually reminded me of a lot of Presence earlier this year, which was told from the perspective of a ghost. And last year we got In a Violent Nature, which was told from the perspective of the killer. And lately filmmakers are experimenting with perspectives in horror. And while not all of them work, I do think that Good Boy really nails it. And I don't think that it's as good as Presence, however. That one I feel like hit me a little harder, but it's definitely up there for sure. And once again, I have to circle back to the filmmaking itself because the dedication here is pretty crazy. They filmed this thing over 3 years, sometimes only getting 8 seconds of usable footage a day. And just thinking about that, piecing together little moments, waiting for the right reactions, and editing it all into a cohesive horror movie, that's the kind of passion project that deserves recognition. So with that, while the haunted house plot isn't super original or crazy, the execution is what makes Good Boy special. It's funny, it's creepy, it's emotional at times, and it's a hell of a good time with a beautiful third act that I really enjoyed, especially if you're looking for something unique to get you into that spooky season. So with that, I'm going to give Good Boy an 8.5 out of 10. I definitely recommend checking it out. And please, if you do, stay after the credits for the behind-the-scenes stuff. I think it really makes it worth it to see what these people went through and how they made the film. It makes you appreciate the movie even more. And with that, if you guys watched this movie and you really, really liked it, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. And if you didn't like it, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on that. And let me know your favorite in perspective horror film. Did you like Presence? In a Violent Nature, Indy, or not Indy, but Good Boy? Or was there something else that I'm missing on this list that's in a different perspective that you really, really liked? And with that, I'll catch you guys on the next OCTOBERFEST video.